MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Today it's the finale of this 4-game set between the Chicago Cubs and the Miami Marlins. Roger Doran makes his big league debut right after this. Steve Carlton, a southpaw from Illinois, gets the starting call in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
This guy has a 3-pitch mix, and he needs all 3 of his pitches. If he has them all working and uses them properly, he has a chance to be very effective.
Into the box now, Charlie Murphy. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Left fielder, Charlie Murphy.
First offering on its way. And this pitch is lined softly down the line and left. And he dives, but he can't make the play. It lands foul. One and one to the Marlins leadoff hitter. Now the 1-1 pitch. Ran that one in on him a bit, as this time it's tapped foul at home plate. Steadman has a reputation as a strike thrower, although that doesn't often result in a ton of strikeouts. A typical start may find him with a low walk total and the ball in play a lot.
Matty, he's what they call today one of those pitch to contact kind of guys. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He relies a lot on his defense, and one of the keys, he's not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. With that said, he needs some defense behind him because he's not going to get a whole lot of swings and misses.
The 2-2. Popped high in the air. Salazar has a play, and that's the first out of the inning. Time now for a glance at the Marlins lineup card in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you better look out for that cleanup spot. The guy is in the middle of the lineup, and when he's in the middle, things just happen. Guys in front of him get on, he drives them in, and if not, he has the ability to get things started and set the guys up behind him. He's a force.
Ready now for the Marlins, Phil Garner. And as you could imagine, the butterflies are fluttering as this is his first major league at-bat.
I know exactly what this guy's feeling right now, Matty, and I can tell you this. Fact, he cannot feel his legs right now. The only thing I was concerned about my first big league AB is if the camera guys could see my legs shaking.
And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
You know, Dero, Gary Simmons, he's one of those umpires. He'll give you one thing or the other. At times his zone can be a little wide, and then he's a little more strict north and south, but he's a pretty consistent umpire.
The key, Dan, is be consistent. You want to give him the inside half, I'm okay with that, but then you can't give him away. If you're going to stay east-west, you better pick one side.
And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2. Doran has been a great story in the baseball world lately. His game has taken some major strides since his early days in the minor leagues, and he's had to prove himself time and time again to get to this point.
And he's done exactly that. And I'm sure he's had to prove himself to himself at moments, had to look in the mirror and decide, is this what I want to do with the rest of my life, grinding it out on the buses in the minor leagues? But it all comes to fruition now, stepping into the batter's box in the big leagues for the first time.
Bases are empty, one man out. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Batting third baseman, Roger Doran.
In now, Roger Doran. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And this is chopped foul at the plate. He's in the hole now, down 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. Second inning coming up here in South Florida with no score. So here now is the pitcher, Chet Steadman. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Steadman.
First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie. These Marlins, as they take the field this afternoon, they come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
Yeah, thanks, Matty V. Hey, you know what, D-Roll, this is one they'd like to win right here. They win the first game of the series, drop game 2, win game 3. They'd like to keep the momentum going here, D-Roll, win 2 in a row and win 3 out of 4 in this series.
Yeah, you want to definitely get a chance to win this series today. Play good baseball. You don't want to go on that seesaw. We'll give you one, we'll take one. They need to figure out a way to get it done today.
The next 0-2. Popped him up. Number 60 over to his right. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Cubs are down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Willie Upshaw. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. The 1-0 home. Back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. With that, the Marlins get a good start to the inning with their leadoff man aboard.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Batting fifth, center fielder, Johnny Bolden.
Into the box, Johnny Bolden, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. 2-0.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
Three and 0 now. Upshaw aboard here at first with nobody out. Three and 1 to the Marlins left fielder.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
The 3-1 pitch. That misses. So a single and a walk, and it's first and second with nobody out.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Up next from Miami, George Hendrick. And while not really viewed as a big-time prospect coming out of the draft, he's had to prove himself at every step of the way to get to this point. His first big league at-bat.
Yeah, you just don't have the opportunities to fail when they invest minimal money in you. It shows how hard this guy has had to work to grind through the minor leagues and get to this point.
None out, runners at first and second. And he misses there. 1-2.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Very weakly on the ground.
When you have two strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Okay, here's how the Cubbies are lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Coming to the plate now, Jeff Reeves. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. He's set, and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Hey, when you're in a tough spot right there, that's an excellent job by the pitcher to get ahead 0-1. He has now got this offensive player on the defensive.
Bottom of the second here with no score. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. Working for the punch out and the offering. Tapped down the line. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means two men are in scoring position now with two away. Into the box, number 60. And he'll make his major league debut here. Always fun to watch a guy get his career started.
Oh, there's definitely some diamonds that fall through the cracks, and this is obviously one of them. You root for guys like this, late round draft picks that have had to work so hard to get here.
Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he's down on strikes, so they get two men into scoring position, but that's as far as they'll get as the side is retired. Marlins strand a pair. We'll move to the third with no score. Back at Marlins Park for the third inning as we get a nice aerial view of Miami Beach's Art Deco. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Steve Carlton, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Carlton.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit on the ground out to short. Dunton gloves it. And that's the first out. Standing in, Charlie Murphy.
Now batting, left fielder, Charlie Murphy.
Now the pitch. Starts him out with a slider for a strike. Set to deliver the 0-1. Way in front of a great slider that time.
So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
Popped him up. And he'll lunge out of the crouch to make the play for out number 2. Coming to the plate now, Phil Garner. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Garner.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
He's certainly done an amazing job right here, grinding to get early 2 outs with the number 2 hitter and the middle of the order lurking. He would love to see 3, 4, 5 with no one on base next inning.
A little bouncer. Foul ball, strike 2. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Sandberg takes it in. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Miami down in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Digging in, Roger Doran. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Sosa going back on it. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing.
And the Marlins are off and running here in the inning with a leadoff triple. And there's probably no happier person in the ballpark. Roger Doran has just collected his first hit in the big leagues. And as is customary, there's the ball being sent into the dugout. Someone will tuck it away for him to put in his trophy case.
Yeah, good for him, and congratulations. Listen, he's worked his entire lifetime for this moment, and he's obviously trying to play it cool right now, but you can bet inside his head, he's on top of the world.
The batter, first baseman, Willie Upshaw.
Stepping in now, Willie Upshaw, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Comes set with the 0-1. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield. Get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Stays alive, still 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Is a fastball taken high for a ball.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Liner toward right center. In there, base hit, and that ought to get the run in from third.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Center fielder, number 7, Johnny Bolden.
Standing in now, Johnny Bolden, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
Now batting, right fielder, George Hendrick.
Into the box now, George Hendrick, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. And another strike. Good fastball under the hands. It's 0-2.
Hey, that's a well-executed fastball right there at the bottom of the zone. If he stays there all day, it's going to make for a long day for the offense. Unless they're willing to bend their legs and get down and create some different launch angle, he's on point right now.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
The catcher, number 34, Jeff Reeves.
Into the box, Jeff Reeves, as he rips it on the ground to second. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Marlins get one here on a couple of hits. We played 4 full. It's the Marlins 1 and the Cubs nothing. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Chet Steadman. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now a swing and a ground ball. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. And he'll step off and fire to the bag. And the runner will get back standing. The 1-1. Doesn't catch the outside corner. It's a ball.
Well, these are just extra pitches that are just going to add to your pitch count. He's not trying to work around him, and no reason to, but sometimes you just lose the strike zone for no apparent reason.
The 2-1 home. Takes this the other way to right. Hendrick is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Digging in to try it again. Number 60. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Number 60.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Dribbled down the third baseline. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. At the plate, Steve Carlton comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First offering on its way. And that pitch catches the inside corner. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Missed with a slider. A ball and 2 strikes to the Marlins pitcher.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Hit out towards second. Sandberg over to his left. And quickly there are 2 away. Back to the top of the Miami lineup now, and stepping in, Charlie Murphy. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. First delivery to him on the way. Just got a piece of the fastball that time as it's chopped fouled at the plate for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Got a big pass at a slider that gets past him. And a fastball just a bit up. The 2-2. Bouncer up the middle. Oh, what a dive. The throw to first. He is out. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Standing in, Phil Garner is still hitless in the majors after 2 at-bats. No doubt he'd like to turn that 0 batting average into a .333 here.
Yeah, I know it's his first game, but after 2 at-bats, he should be able to slow himself down a little bit. I expect him to have a nice AB right here.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Popped him up. Grace will get under it to put it away just past the first base dugout, and that's out number 1. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Roger Doran. He picked up his first career hit in his last AB.
I can't begin to tell you, Matty, how much more comfortable this guy is in the box right now as he approaches this AB right here. Getting off the schneid and getting a big league knock changes everything.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
He's pitching well. We're working into the middle innings right now, but this is when he's really going to have to bear down. When you start going through that lineup the second and third time, you've kind of emptied the bucket out already. So he's going to have to continue to buckle down and make good pitches.
This is skied into short left center. Daniels ranging forward. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. In now, Willie Upshaw. Couple of singles to his credit thus far.
Willie Upshaw.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Called strike over the outside part of the plate. Oh and 1, here it comes. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And that slider's almost in the dirt. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This is line to left. Daniels is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So they go down without a whimper here. We're through 6 full. It's the Marlins 1 and the Cubs nothing. Dwight Smith will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 18, Dwight Smith.
No balls and a strike to count. And they're runners at the corners now. Here it comes on 0-2. Tried to work it back to that low inside corner, but it misses. 1-2. The 1-2. Just hung in there on that one. Runners at the corners here, nobody out. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Man, that's going to drive the manager insane. He loses control of his release point, and now the go-ahead run moves 90 feet closer to scoring. He's going to have to make some good pitches now to get out of this.
In now, Luis Salazar. He swings and grounds it to short. Scooped up to second for 1. On to first, and it's a double play, although the run does come in to score from third.
Hey, bases loaded. Last thing you want to do is ground into a double play, and that's just what he does. 1 run scores, but you don't get an RBI in that spot. That's a rally killer.
So in now for Chicago, Mark Grace. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. The 1-0. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball. 1-1. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 the count now. The 1-2. In front of the changeup there as this is chopped foul at home plate. Daniels on third with 2 out. Here's a little chopper to the right side. And the throw to first is in time, but the damage has been done as the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. Cubs lead it 2-1. Dave Smith gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Dave Smith.
Leading off the inning, Johnny Bolden, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Rounded back up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. So that's how they'll start out their half of the 7th inning.
They need to be aggressive right here from the offensive standpoint. Lead off base hit, bottom of the 7th, you're down 1. This has to be the moment they scratch one across.
Stepping in now, George Hendrick. High and deep to left center field. Daniels racing back. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. And good for him. George Hendrick has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least one.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
The catcher, number 34, Jeff Reeves.
Into the box now, Jeff Reeves. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. No hits to this point. The windup and the 0-1. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Yeah, you take a look at that two-seamer right there. Sinker had nasty downward plane on that ball. That thing must have gone down at least 6 inches.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at-bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
Now to the plate, number 60. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Second pitch is chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind now 0-2. Still only 1 out in the inning. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Dawson has it in his tracks. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 37.
Brandon Sylvester will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 39, Brandon Sylvester.
Hard hit at third. Salazar right there. Offline throw, but a good job of getting back to the bag as the side is retired. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. 8th inning coming up. It's the Marlins 3 and the Cubs 2. Number 50 gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
Number 50.
Ready once again, Sammy Sosa. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame.
Sammy Sosa.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard towards the hole. And that's through for his first base hit in this one. So the leadoff base hit puts the potential tying run aboard in the late stages of this one.
Well, that's not a bad pitch right there. That's a pretty good sinker. He just happens to hook that one right into left field for a base hit.
Yeah, he got the bat head out right there, Dan, and was able to get that one to left field.
Now at the plate, Ryan Sandberg. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Tough one to lay off, called a strike.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-1 home. Misses, ball 2. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Walks are never good, but they're especially bad news late in games like this. It seems like they always come back to bite you.
The 3-1 takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2. And before the big 3-2 pitch, time is called at home plate. The 3-2 pitch. Liner toward right center. And a dive, but he comes up empty, and this is big trouble now out in right center.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
And it looks as though the decision makers in the dugout will give him a free pass to first, so the bases are loaded here on the intentional walk, and the force play is now in order.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit softly on the ground.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
And obviously a big spot here with the bases loaded, so he'll step out to rethink things. Possible tying and go-ahead runs on base, nobody out.
D-right.
1-1 pitch is a knuckle curve. He's in the hole now, 1-2. Takes it, called third strike, and that's a big one as the bases stay loaded here with 1 out in the inning now.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Into the box, Rick Wilkins.
He'll roll over it and send it to shortstop.
Fielded cleanly, and the throw to first will take care of him, but it comes at a cost as the tying run is in to score.
I like that he didn't try to do too much there. All he needed was a ground ball to tie this thing up, and that's exactly what he does. That's great situational hitting.
Settling in now, Cal Daniels. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. And now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with two gone.
The pitcher, number 46, Dave Smith.
Derek May will be called on as a pinch hitter here in a big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with 2 out in the inning. Couldn't help himself that time as he chases one below the knees. It's strike one.
That's a
0-1 looked like a knuckle curve, and it's 1-1 now. Sandberg at third. Dawson over at second. Daniels on at first with 2 down. Breaking pitch, and this bounces in front of the catcher.
Well, when the pressure starts to intensify, it often feels like the strike zone gets harder and harder to hit. This is a big spot here.
The 2-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Definitely a big pitch coming up right here. He's going to be pumped if he can work his way out of this inning with the game still tied.
Here now the 2-2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. And here's the 3-2 from him. And he fouls this one off. Another full count pitch on its way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Henry racing back. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he promptly unloads the bases with that one as they open up a 4-run lead. Number 62 is ready, and he'll take the ball from the manager.
Number 62.
Standing in now, Luis Salazar.
Luis
As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball, 1-0. Here it comes, 1-0. Popped him up. Upshaw over to his left. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So a very good outburst here as 5 runs come across and allow them to take the lead. Not too many more shots left. Home half of the 8th coming up. It's the Cubs 7 and the Marlins 3. Bob Scanlon is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Bob Scanlon.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Charlie Murphy. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
First delivery to him on the way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
0-1's the count.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Behind 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Stepping in now, Phil Garner. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And, ooh, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
And that misses, 2-1. And a neck-high fastball that time. 1 out, nobody on. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and it's full 3-2.
He's going to need to shorten up and get that foot down a little bit earlier if he hopes to be catching up to that fastball.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Count still full, 3-2. The next 3-2. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Digging in, Roger Doran. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing.
Here comes the first pitch. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1.
1-1.
Two out, nobody on. Two and one. Now the 2-1. Bouncer down the line. Salazar gonna have to hurry, and 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Deficit holds at 4. It's 7-3. Bob McDowell enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Mark Grace. 0 for 4 with a strikeout thus far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Right side. Upshaw is there. And they'll flip it to the pitcher covering for the out.
Center fielder number 25, Sammy Sosa.
Now at the plate, Sammy Sosa. He singled his last time up. First pitch on its way. Right over the middle, knee high. McDowell, a 6'1" right-hander. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Missed with a slider.
Looks like a left-hander up and throwing now in that Marlins bullpen.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
Down the third baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
That's the 3rd time in this game he's gone down on strikes. Not the game he was hoping to have when he was taking batting practice, but at least his guys are ahead.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one just missed outside. Now the 1-0. Hit hard down the right field line, but foul.
When that thing goes whistling into the stands, you hope someone brought their glove and is able to get leather on it.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
And a hard sinker there. Chopped foul at home plate. Here now the 2-2. Oh, and ouch. That one drilled him. Great support from his infield, though, as that's the 3rd out. Weird way to end the inning. So a good bounce-back inning here after the 5-run outburst last time around. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, and 6 coming up. The Cubs lead this one 7-3. Striding in to start the 9th, Willie Upshaw, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Number 21.
Here's the first pitch to him. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Lifted down the line in left. Daniels is in pursuit, and that's the first out of the inning.
Center fielder number 7, Johnny Bolden.
Stepping into the box, Johnny Bolden. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Calling for it, Dawson. And he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, George Hendrick.
Stepping in, George Hendrick. He bats for the 4th time in his career, having already collected his first hit. Not a bad first day, huh?
Yeah, you can never take this day away from him, Matt. No matter what happens in this 4th AB, he's going to get in his car today. He's going to relive every moment, every step that it took to get here. And the fact that he has a batting average when he wakes up in the morning is huge.
And here's a fastball called for strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Into the corner and slicing foul. Miami down to their last strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
And this afternoon's game ends 7-3. The Cubbies came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Dave Smith claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First